Hello, and welcome to our very first Do It From Your Own Home yoga class with live music. I'm Ege, and this is my partner, Ege. And since all this shelter in place instructions to work from home stuff has gone down in San Francisco and so many other cities all over the world, Ege and I have been, trying to keep it creative with how we're spending some of the newfound time we've had. And this is an idea that we came up with together yesterday to create this class for you. We're really excited to be able to offer it. And yeah, Ege, do you want to say a little bit about what you'll be playing?
Hello, welcome. I will be playing the sitar to begin. Later I'll switch to the electric bağlama. Then later we'll do a little bit of hand pan action. And at the end we'll do our Sukhasana with the Native American flute. Shall we start with some ohms?
Yes, in just a moment, I want to say a few words about what I have in mind for this class, for the physical asana part of it. Something that I've been feeling that I think a lot of people have is just this, a little bit of, what's it called? Stir craziness, right? Like we're stuck inside, but our bodies want to move, our souls want to dance. So for the first half maybe of the class, I was thinking of really getting you movement, some of that out. And also I know our demons are coming up. Then opportunity for more and more to awaken, to really spark that awakening, whether it's caused by, some extra time to really face how much of a workaholic you might be, or just the triggers of being home for so long with your family, with your own thoughts, whatever it is. So the idea is to kind of stir some of that up and burn off some of the tension that might be there, the anxiety, the hardness, or the, whatever it is. Don't even have to name it. And then the second half is going to be all about long holds, which doesn't mean it's going to be any easier. And that's really to help with grounding and centering so that you complete the class feeling centered in yourself, a little bit more grounded and with a little bit more ease. Hopefully you're breathing slower and longer by the end. So it's kind of going to be a dynamic mix. Thank you for joining. This is definitely a challenging time for us all. So it's cool, though, that we get to connect in this way, and we're seeing more and more of these live streamed classes, offerings, all of that. Thanks for joining. Thanks for staying connected in the ways that you can. I hope you're well and that you're taking care of yourself. And yeah, let's kick it off with some ohms. Thank you, Ege.
Thank you. Let's hear this drone sound in the background and bring our energy to that sound, to that vibration. Inhaling.
okay. Go ahead and come on to all fours. And just start to move around in a way that feels good. And start to engage your Ujjayi breath. You might start with some cat-cows on your inhales, dropping the belly and lifting the heart. And on your exhales, rounding through the spine, pressing the mat away with your hands, letting the tail tuck a little. As you can see, I've turned my fingers back towards my knees to help open up through the wrists, especially if you're getting on carpet. It's important to warm up the wrists a little bit before you get going with your flow. Turning the fingers all the way back can be a little intense though, so maybe you just turn the hands out to the sides. Take your time. When you're ready, come back to down dog. There's no rush. Wherever you are, Ujjayi breath. If you're new to Ujjayi or just need a little reminder, that's our victorious yogic breath. And out through the nose, creating a slight constriction at the back base of your throat to help you stretch out the breath. Going for the same length in your inhales and exhale. And when you get back to your down dog, take your time to get the fidgets out, pedal out, shake out your head. As you can see, I'm holding on to the edges of my mat just for a little bit more traction. Still opening through the backs of my legs. And then when you're ready, walk your feet for a few breaths in a forward. Perhaps taking elbows, gently swaying side to side. Forward, lengthen through the spine and fold on an exhale. 2 more times like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees as much as you need. Once more, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. And walk it back out to downward facing dog. Fingers are spread wide, pressing through all the knuckles of the hands. Look forward, come up on toes, bend knees, end of your exhale, hop or step forward to fold. Inhale, lengthen, rib cage away from pelvis. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Arms up if you have the space, I don't. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up and look up. Get tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale again, lengthen. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back to plank and pause there as you inhale. Exhale, lower your knees, your chest, and your chin. Booty high in the air like an inchworm, I like to say. And slide forward on an inhale, baby cobra. Come back to downward facing dog on your exhale. Couple breaths when you get there. Now that might be your vinyasa today. If you've got shoulder stuff or just whenever your shoulders might need a break, knees, chest, chin to lower for your exhale is so nice, and you get that extra back bend. Hopping forward when you're ready. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. If you've got space, arms up, look up, reach up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank. Pause as you inhale. Exhale, lower. Again, knees, chest, and chin. Shoulder heads lifted, belly in. Hips high. Slide forward, inhale, baby cobra. Maybe a little higher. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. And now if you like, you can take a few little donkey kicks from your downward facing dog. Trying to kick your butt with your heels, arms stay straight. Just a couple, then back to down dog. Look forward, come up on toes, bend knees, end of your exhale, hop or step forward, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, arms up, look up, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up, firm legs. Exhale, fold in half. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back and lower, chaturanga all the way down. Actually, just kidding, to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, a few breaths, just holding down dog or a few donkey kicks. And if you know me, you know I like to hold in those down dogs. So if ever you need a break, you can come to child's or just drop to your knees for a couple cat-cows instead. Be mindful of your wrists and shoulders. Don't overdo it. From down dog. Look forward, come up on toes, bend knees, end of your exhale, hop or step forward to fold. Inhale, lengthen spine, hard forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, arms up, look up, reach up, tailbone down. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hop or step back, flow through your vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, step through, left heel down, warrior one to rise on an inhale. And exhale, either flow back to actually hop switch. We'll hop switch 5 times so you'll land with your left leg forward. Set the right heel down. Inhale to rise. And exhale now. Step back and either flow through or come right to downward facing dog. You do not have to take every vinyasa that's presented. Look forward, up on toes, bend knees, end of exhale, hop and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Pause for your exhale, sit a little lower. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hop or step back to flow through. We'll do the same thing second side. So inhale, left leg up and back, nice and slow. Exhale, step through, right heel down, just one breath. Inhale, warrior one to rise. As you exhale, hands come down, square your hips and hop switch. Come up on your fingertips, that'll make it easier. Hop switching a couple times. You'll end up with your right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale to rise, warrior one. Exhale, either step right to down dog or flow through your vinyasa. Look forward, come up on toes, bend knees, end of exhale. Exhale, hop or step forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit a little lower as you exhale. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hop or step back, flow through. So you can do the same thing as before, or I'll offer a little different variation. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, step through. Warrior one as you inhale. And as you exhale, the hands come down, square the hips, either those hop switches again, or those, you can do handstand hop switches, just a couple of those. You'll land with your left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Pause as you inhale, lengthen through the right fingertips, and square off the hips as you exhale. Inhale, left arm peels open, easy twist. Exhale, fold forward over two straight legs. Long pyramid. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plank. Exhale, flow through or right back to down dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through. Right heel down, warrior one. Inhale to rise. Exhale, square it off, hands come down. Either handstand hops or those hop switches. A few times, and then you'll land with your right foot forward, left heel back. Warrior one to rise on and inhale. Exhale, open warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle, pause, lengthen as you inhale. Exhale, square it off, left heel lifts. Inhale, right arm peels open. Exhale, right hand comes back down, fold forward, two straight legs. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, refold. Inhale, plank. Exhale, flow through. Actually, exhale, lower all the way down. Take a cobra as you inhale. Exhale to lower. Come up on your fingertips on the sides of your mat. Inhale, lift high cobra, super cobra. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up over your right shoulder as you lift. You're on fingertips, elbows wide. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up and over to the left. Exhale, fold. Reach the arms back, interlace if you can, or just palms face each other, big toes touch. And float up on an inhale for Shalambhasana. Reach the heart forward, the toes back, find length. Hands do not have to be clasped. Breathe. Try to straighten and bend your legs at the same time. And relax. Come into child's pose. Come back to this pose whenever you need it. Give yourself rest when it's called for. Then you'll have more juice when you feel ready to come back into it. Letting the vibrations of the music flow through you. Come back to downward facing dog. Come up on toes, bend knees, end of exhale, hop or step forward to come all the way onto your back. And we're going to do some core work to create even more heat. Really getting you going to start. Bring the shins parallel to the earth, interlace your hands behind the back of your head. Inhale, lengthen right leg forward. Exhale, lift both knees in, heart up. Inhale, lengthen left leg forward. Exhale, curl everything in. Keep going like that. Elbows stay wide. You can press your head back into your hands. On your exhale, squeezing into that tight little ball. I like to keep the feet pointed. Inhale, lengthen both legs to 45 degrees. Exhale, squeeze in. Now bring your elbows in to try to hug the outer knees with the elbows on your exhales. Inhales, lengthen. Exhales, round in. And take a moment to relax. Just a little breather, but don't worry, there's more. Extend the legs straight up now. Inhale in the center. Exhale, a little double tap as you go to the side, dropping one leg and twisting to the other side. 2 little pulses as you kind of reach your feet further away from each other on the exhale twice. Inhale to pass the legs through center. Exhale, twisting to the other side. 2 little pulses. If you're like me, is to help out, press your head back into the hand. And now, next time you come to center, just do some little pulses of lifting the hips up, reaching the toes to the ceiling. Doesn't look like much, but you'll feel it. And resting when you're ready. Couple knee circles to one side and then the other. Massaging around your sacrum. I'm just going to do one more thing while we're down here. Again, interlace hands behind the head, knees stay bent. 5 times you're going to curl your knees towards your chest. Keep the knees together, toes together. And then the next 5, you'll keep the toes together, just open up the knees wide like you were going to do crow. Head and shoulders lifted. 5 with the knees together, 5 with the knees open. Toes stay together the whole time. Keep breathing. It's the last little core thing, I promise. Finish your next round, just rest. Whew. Starting to roll forward and back on your mat when you're ready. If you want to, on your inhales, you can roll up to chair, and on your exhales, roll back down. So you'll use your momentum. And that's just for some of you overachievers. It is kind of fun. You can use your hands if you need to, but it's fun to kind of just play with that momentum, use that core strength. Otherwise, you're just rolling. Next time you come to chair, interlace hands behind back if you can, and fold forward on an exhale. Otherwise, just fold forward. Shake the head out. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, step back to plank and flow through your vinyasa. Down dog, inhale, right leg up and back. Open hip, bend knee. Exhale. Inhale, re-square, re-lengthen. Exhale, knee to right tricep or shoulder. Inhale, up and back.
Exhale, knee to right tricep or shoulder. Inhale up and back. Exhale, knee to the left tricep. Inhale up and back. Exhale, step through. Lengthen spine and rise for Crescent Lunge. Slowly set the left knee down. Keep the toes tucked under. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you're going to curl the elbows in, tuck the chin a little, tuck the tailbone as you swing on your inhales. Lower the knee, lengthen. Exhales, curl the elbows in. Feel the stretch through your left side hip flexors. So that left leg straightens. You think about tucking the tail a little, tucking the chin. On your inhales, the knee comes back down. Find some length through the spine. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Keep the tailbone lengthening down. Right hand can take hold below the left wrist there. Inhale back to center. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman. Shift the hips back. Flex the right toes back. Inhale, lengthen spine. Right leg long. Exhale, fold. With the breath, inhale, lengthen. Keep hips square. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rebend the right leg. Straighten through the left leg. Bring your hands to your heart. Lift the torso so you're creating a nice long diagonal from the crown of your head to your left heel. And then float into Warrior 3 as smooth as you can. As you inhale, you're going to bend through that right leg. As you exhale, re-straighten the leg. Hands can be at your hips or at your heart, or if there's a wall in front of you, hands can come to the wall. Really important to keep your inner thighs hugging in towards each other. Bending the leg as you inhale, straightening as you exhale. By the way, you're going to feel your legs tomorrow if you haven't already figured that out. And hands come down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl both knees in, forehead to knees. Inhale, lengthen, heart forward, back leg lengthens. Exhale, curl both knees, curl chin in. Couple more. Left foot way back. You can either just peel the right arm open or you're going to come into an outer hip stretch. Now, this one can be tricky with the knees. So if you haven't done it before, just maybe skip it for now. And just take that twisting runner's lunge. Otherwise, you can follow with me as you inhale, reach that right arm back, lower hips. Actually, that's the exhale. As you inhale, reach the arm overhead, lift the hips. Sometimes called Vishnu's couch. Step back to down dog as you're ready. Inhale, plank. Exhale, flow through. Options are stay in down dog, come down to your knees for child's pose, or you can take some handstand hops here. So I'm just turning around, I'm taking little donkey kicks so that I don't fall on Ege. Alright, forward fold if you were going upside down. Maybe sway side to side with the music a little if you Exhale, knee to left tricep or shoulder. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, again, knee to the left. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, twist, knee to the right. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, lightly step through. And rise for Crescent Lunge. Feel your feet hugging towards each other. Go ahead and slowly, that right knee. Keep the toes tucked under. This will be your, as you exhale, curl elbows, straighten through the back leg. Inhale, reach arms up, lower the back knee. Exhale, elbows in, straighten through the back leg. Keep going with your breath. On those exhales, chin, a little tuck of the tail, or not really tuck, feels like you're moving towards that. Little side bend over, reaching the tailbone, belly. Left hand can take right wrist. Inhale, exhale, Ardha. Inhale, lengthen, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, lengthen, square. Exhale, fold. Crescent lunge legs, bring your hands to your heart, lift the heart, lengthen through the spine, nice diagonal, and float into warrior 3. Hips stay super square. As you inhale, bend the left leg, exhale, re-lengthen, hugging inner thighs towards each other. If you're like most people on this side, your right hip is going to want to turn. You can guard against by keeping the right thigh bone plugged into the pelvis, inner thighs hugging towards each other. Keep going. Bring both hands down, inhale, heart forward, lengthen back leg, exhale, curl both knees in, forehead to knees, inhale, re-lengthen, exhale, round and bend both knees. Keep going. Lengthen heart forward, exhale, curl. Don't worry, we're gonna really stretch your legs out at the end. Step it way back, and again, either easy twist or coming onto the outer edge of both flexed feet. Lower the hips as you reach the left arm back. Inhale as you lift the hips and reach the left arm overhead. You can look to see what I'm doing, but if you're not used to doing this pose, this little flow, skip it. It can be challenging on the knees if you don't set up the feet right. Definitely not worth getting hurt. Squaring off the hips again. Let's step back to plank. And flow through your vinyasa. Back and down dog now. Let's start our 1 minute holds. Love this so much. So we've been moving, creating that heat. Now let's really slow it down. First one, Dolphin. First pose. So if you've got a block at home, it's really nice to hold it in between the hands. Otherwise, forearms parallel. If you can, with the fingers spread wide, pressing down into your palms, just like you were doing down dog. And just like with down dog, bend your knees as much as you need to be able to lengthen through the spine. None of those kinks in the shoulders. So you can keep the knees bent, but keep sending the hips up. Pressing the tops of the thighs back as the sit bones reach up, pressing down through the forearms, through the palms. Just let the neck relax. Knitting the left and the right sides of the low rib cage towards each other. Almost there. All right, from here we're going to come right into forearm plank. If you've got that block, you can take it in between your upper thighs. Come right into forearm plank. In case your arms and shoulders weren't feeling it enough yet. And if you've got the block, you're gently hugging it in between your thighs and rolling it up towards the ceiling. Hug the elbows energetically towards each other. Reach the heels back, lift both sides of the waist, crown of the head reaches forward. Breathe, enjoy it. I don't think you can see it, but I'm kind of laughing at this point, like, why did I decide to just hold this pose for a minute? But we've been doing a lot of leg work, so I think it's nice to kind of balance it out in the upper body too. Really working the whole body. So important with these long holds to slow down the breath and enjoy the breath. Child's pose, you earned it. Maybe even coming up on your fingertips. Can feel nice for a moment. So we're bringing the palms together and bringing that prayer to the back of your head. And wiggle your body a little to the music if you like, whenever you want. So yeah, with these long holds, you might even be able to slow the breath down enough to do just 6 or 5 breaths per minute. There's so much benefit that you can get from that slow, deep breathing. Come back to down dog. Knees, chest, chin, vinyasa. Toes, bend knees, end of exhale, hop forward and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. All right, chair pose for a minute. Bet you didn't wake up today thinking that's something I want to do. And don't worry so much about going as low as you can, but do think about bringing the hips back and down. The weights in your heels. I brought my hands to my heart because my shoulders just want to break. You don't need to have your arms up. Find a place that works for your arms. Lifting the low belly away from the tops of the thighs. Just focus on your breathing. I'm doing the timing for you. I'll let you know when to come out. Knit the low ribs towards each other. On your exhales, low belly in and up. Out the legs a little bit. Let's hold. Actually, let's come into Sukhasana. So the feet as wide as your mat. Turn the feet out a little bit. Palms come together. Press the upper arms into inner thighs. Inner thighs hug back. Wide across the collarbones. Lengthen through the spine. You can either stay there or attempt crow for a minute with me. If you've got tender wrists, maybe skip this. If you are coming up, make sure to press through all the knuckles, the fingertips. You don't want to dump this into the wrists. The elbows are hugging in towards each other, knees hug in towards each other. Hug the feet up towards the hips. Round through the mid-back, press the mat away. You're looking down and slightly forward. If you need to come out early, obviously come out early. So here I just took a little break. I'm gonna try again. Finish out that minute. But again, you can be resting and mulching those inner thighs. If you're in Malasana, press through all four corners of both feet. Feel the grounding of that wonderful pose. If you're in crow, almost done. And come out. All right, now we're gonna do a forward fold for a minute. Peace sign, fingers around big toe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees as much as you need. The elbows are coming out to the sides here. But slide the shoulder blades towards the hips, so shoulders away from the ears. Using the strength of your arms to hug your chest down towards your shins. And I hope you're really working that breath. Interlace hands behind back now, if that's available in your body today. For a breath or two there, and the arms overhead. And release. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, step back to plank and lower, flowing through your vinyasa. Come back to down dog. Home base. Look forward, up on toes, bend knees. End of your exhale, hop or step forward to fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. We're going to shift the weight over to the right foot. Lift the left knee, open through the hip. Keep the left foot flexed and cross the ankle over your right knee. Left knee is open, and find our little timer, and we're going to hold here for a minute if possible. You might need to hold on to something here for balance if you've got something nearby. Hands at heart. So this is an outer hip opener. If you're like most people, your outer right hip wants to pop out to the right. Don't let that happen. Hug the outer right hip into the midline. Bring both hips equally back and down. Try to keep length through the spine, sticking the booty back. If you've got a flying pigeon practice, feel free to float up, otherwise stay there. Of course, it's your practice. You can come out whenever you need, modify as you need. So that figure four pose that's a doozy to hold for a while. But now we're gonna come on out. Just a moment. Get some relief. All right, standing tall. Hug your left knee into your chest. Keep the left foot flexed. Interlace your hands around the front of that shin. And if you want to start to reach the heart up, maybe even turn the gaze up to challenge the balance. Hugging inner thighs towards each other. Into warrior three for a moment. Left leg back. Interlace hands behind back if that's available today. And then start to fold in as you bend that right leg. So it's kind of a cross between warrior leg splits, just as a little extra. And then we'll all come into standing. Standing splits. for a whole minute. We'll just start here and then we'll go into pyramid pose in a moment. For now, standing splits. I'm feeling that leg, I know. Step the left foot back. Keep the hips square, pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. So that left foot is turned out about 45 degrees. You're hugging your outer right hip back. And this isn't a floppy fold. The legs are super active here. Lifting up from your inner arches, outer arches. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, set up your block if you've got a block. So if you want to come into the twist, you don't have to do this part. You can just fold right back in and enjoy some more breaths in pyramid. Or you can set up your left hand on that block, inside or outside your right foot. Reach the right arm up. On your inhales, lengthen. On your exhales, twist in just a tiny bit more. You can imagine there's someone's hand there pressing back into your right hand. Back in the time we still touched each other and touched each other's hands, and that was okay to do. Otherwise, if it's better, you can just imagine there's a wall for you to press into, right? On your exhales. And this is, if we're holding a pose for a long time, it's a lot to kind of be trying to like look up, right? When our head is kind of tilted sideways, that's a lot for the neck. So we can always just turn the face down and let the chin drop in a little. I love doing that. Legs are still working. The breath is so smooth and steady, and it's just kind of, it's getting you there. Release. Nice work. Step back to lunge for a moment and then plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, relax. Fingertips, sides of the mat. Inhale to rise center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up and over right shoulder. Exhale, folds. Inhale, up and over left. Exhale, folds. Inhale, center. Shimmy the shoulders back one at a time a few times to get more length through the spine. And relax. Child's pose. We're going to take our second side, so we'll be standing on the left leg and we'll come into that figure four pose. Right knee lifts, open right hip, right ankle crosses over top of left knee. Keep the spine long as you stick the booty back, hips back and down. It's like you're really trying to stick your butt out. So that way it's not folding in the spine, it's lengthening in the spine. We're folding at that hip crease. You can bring the prayer to your forehead for a moment if you want. Feels nice. On this side, the outer left hip needs to be reminded to hug into midline. Hips equally back and down. Ekapada Galavasana, if that's part of your practice, that flying pigeon. That right knee up, fingers interlaced around shin, right foot flex, lift the heart, maybe even turn the gaze up as a little balance challenge. And feel free to also close your eyes at any point. It's such a fun thing to play with and practice. It can be really nice with these longer holds. Passing through Warrior 3, interlace hands behind back opposite way. Bend the left leg and fold forward, keeping the hips square. And then we'll meet in standing splits, holding there, not for too long. I know your left leg is really talking to you. So good to be in a body. Step the right foot back, setting up for Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Right foot turned out about 45 degrees. Hug the outer left hip back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, refold. Keep the legs firm and strong. Stretch and strengthen at the same time. All right, let's set up for that twist if you're taking it. Bringing your right hand to the block. Exhale, twist. Reach that left arm up. Imagine you've got something to press your left hand into on your exhales to help you stay wide across the chest and get into that twist a little more. Working the breath. So good. Yes, we're doing this for a whole minute. Step back plank, inhale, exhale, flow through. Look forward, up on toes, bend knees, come right back into Malasana. And just jam out a little. If you want. I mean, with this beat, how can you not? Stretching those inner thighs. And we fold, top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back and flow through. Back to down dog. Inhale, right leg up and back, open hip. Exhale, bend knee. And stay there or roll forward and carefully flip your dog once you've stacked shoulder over wrists. Three-legged dog, right leg up and back, inhale. Exhale, step through. Left heel down. Warrior 2 to rise. Yes, we are gonna hold it for a minute. I like to do heel to heel alignment. That gives some more space for the hips. Set it up and you are more than welcome to bring your hands to your heart if it's too much to keep those arms up for the whole minute. Right hip is rolling under pressing the right knee out to the right and balancing that by pressing into your inner right foot. You're letting the left hip come forward a little so the pelvis is on a diagonal. Left thigh is rolling in and back. So that right leg is in external rotation, left leg in neutral or internal rotation. It's easy to turn this into a big back bend. So if that's kind of your tendency, hold your center. Hug your left and right sides of your low rib cage towards each other. Lift the pelvic floor towards the belly button at the same time. And enjoy that breath. Energetically hugging feet towards each other. Inhale, reverse your warrior. You straighten the right leg for a moment. Exhale, rebend. Let's come into side angle pose. Oh yeah, the music is getting real funky now. It's gonna help us hold this for a minute. Work that breath. If you've got a bind in you, you can take it. Stretching the inner right thigh, whatever variation you're taking. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Tailbone to left heel, low belly lifts. Roll that left side chest open. You can always turn that face down. Let the chin drop a little. No need to overwork the neck. So open the arms back up if you were bound. Square the hips. And let's find lizard. Feel free to make it dynamic. I mean, this beat, hello. Kind of rock your hips from side to side if you like. Back knee can be lifted or not. Not sure if you can see, but I'm turning open my right foot. I'm on that outer edge of my flexed right foot to get into the outer right hip. And you can walk your arms, your hands over to the left side on a diagonal like I'm doing. Press away. Get into the outer right hip here a little more. The quad stretch feels so good. Reach back with your right hand for your outer left foot or ankle. And enjoy maybe still rocking hips from side to side to get into different angles, different parts of those hip flexors. On the left side. So nice little heart opener. Move down to the right elbow to get some leverage. Roll your heart open towards the ceiling even more. If you have it. Step back to plank, inhale. Exhale, flow through your vinyasa. Inhale, left leg up and back, open hip, bend knee. Stay there, or inhale, roll forward. Exhale, carefully flip your dog. Add to move not to knock any flowers down. Love the music right now. Back to three-legged dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through. Warrior two to rise. Set up for that 1 minute hold. You've got this, baby. That Ujjayi breath again and again. That you've got that nice constriction at the back base of the throat. Help stretch out the breath. Slight pause at the top of each inhale, bottom of each exhale. Soothe yourself with your breath. Find your strength through your breath. to side angle. 1 minute hold. Take the same variation you did on the first side if you can. Unless you have an injury or something. Playing around with the bind if you did on the first side. You don't want to dump anything in the joints ever. You are working those legs. You are working your breath. Always going for that balance of steadiness and ease in yoga, and it starts with the breath. Foot to the left, find your lizard. Same variations as you did on the first side. And breathe. I'll pause on the talking for a sec so you can just enjoy the jamming and your breath. flow through a vinyasa or just stay there. And then inhale, left leg up and back. And exhale, step through to set up for pigeon. I don't know why, but I always like to start pigeon on the left leg. We're going to hold pigeon for even longer than a minute. Give the outer hips some love. So if you want, you could tuck the right toes under and straighten the right leg right now. Take a little bit of an active pigeon for a bit. And as you can see, I'm kind of using my props, my surroundings to get a little bit more height. If your quad wants some more stretching and it's available today, you can take it into mermaid variation. If you're like, what's that? Don't worry about it. You can fold forward and just relax in that lazy pigeon whenever you feel ready. Still very conscious. walk the hands back for a forward fold. Any arm variation. Back to down dog if you weren't already there. Optional vinyasa. And let's find that second side pigeon. Inhale, right leg up and back, or whatever your second leg is. Then step through for pigeon. Just know, remember, you've got some time here, so you have time to take a few variations if you like, or you can just fold right in. Enjoying this starting upright, a little bit of a more active version, really hugging inner thighs towards each other, lifting that low belly. You can even tuck the back toes under. It's really important not to dump it in the low back here, so actively lifting the low belly. Did on the first side, adding your mermaid variation for some more quad stretching. Can never get enough of that. Personally, at least. How's the breath? Folding in whenever you're ready. You can add that twist if you did on the first side. Ask yourself, what can I soften? Where in the body? Where and what in the mind? You don't even have to name it. Just plant the question. Let your system do the rest. If you're in that twist, you can have the center your last few breaths. Softening, opening, breathing. Let's find the seated spinal twist on the second side. Swing your back leg around front, so I'm just going to assume you're doing the same as me. Left leg around front, come up on your left fingertips behind you, inhale right arm up, exhale twist. On your inhales lengthen, on your exhales twist, sit bones root down. Try to lengthen the spine as much as possible. It's best to twist from a long spine. So remove the rounding as best you can, or back out walk your legs together for Paschimottanasana, or you can join me for Upavishta. Legs wide. If you've got a block, you can place it in front of your belly. Make sure the knees and the toes are turned up, feet are flexed. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Maybe stay upright, or you can walk your hands forward a little. So hold in. Hold for a minute. Legs stay active. Slowly coming back up, take your hands underneath your knees and swing the legs around front. We'll do one more thing. Sukhasana with one shin in front of the other, feet flexed, or double pigeon. So double pigeon is only if your knees are really happy, your outer hips are open. You can stack one shin over the other. Otherwise, it's one shin in front of the other. We'll do both sides. The feet stay flexed either way. When you're ready, you can lengthen forward on an inhale and fold in on an exhale. Pressing down into the outer edges of your flexed feet. Rolling the upper thighs open. Breathe. Again, maybe you've got that block or prop of whatever sort underneath your forehead. held you are by your very own self. Perhaps taking a little moment of gratitude for yourself for taking the time to practice today. And when you're ready, it is that time. Come onto your back. See if there's anything last pose you want to do before Shavasana, like happy baby. Maybe one more little hug of your knees. And whenever you're ready, you can relax all the way out into your Shavasana. I'm just going to do my little neck crack thing I like to do before I fully surrender. Get out some of those bubbles. Oh, thank you, dear ones, for joining us today. You're in for a treat with this flute Ege is about to play. So maybe take one last conscious breath as you exhale. Surrender to gravity completely. Now is your time to just receive. conscious breath back to your body. Taking any little movements to help you reawaken, and then when you're ready, roll over to one side, keeping the eyes closed. Just taking a moment to pause in this little sweet fetal position. And come all the way back up to a comfortable seat when you're ready.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Ege, thank you for that incredible journey you just took us on. Some really funky stuff came out. I loved that.
All right, so let's close it where we began, with the sound of Om. Again, bringing your attention to the drone sound, feeling the vibration in your body. Taking an inhale. Namaste.